Okay, audio's working now.
Hey, welcome now to DPX2022 with I4 Matthew Matty Z3thros, the man of a million names, coming at you with StarCraft 2 Heroes of the Swarm, because he can't get Skyrim to work because it works on every computer, but not his. So, we now have this run coming in. He ran it last year. It went great. He
Year
was about to
before.
die of exhaustion. It's all great. Matt is your host, your organizer for DPX 2022. Like I said, he's the man that made it happen along with the rest of our lovely staff. I'll be reading off donations if you got them. If you want some hype bullshit, send in a donation. Tell me what to say. I'll do it in an announcer voice. I'll pull some classic Dog Pound classic announcing. Do whatever you want. Put it in the request. I'll make it happen. Matt, what do you have to tell us about this speed run?
Okay, so this is like our lovely announcer said. This is StarCraft 2: Heart of the Swarm. This is going to be casual because I, for the life of me, cannot run normal right now. So this is a long run. The estimate is currently 3 hours because I literally only had last night to practice this 3-hour run. So we'll see how it goes. It'll either go very well and we might have a bonus game after this, or it will go really bad and we won't. So we'll see after this. So the timer's going to start as soon as I restart the mission. So,
all right. Count us down, Maddie.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ding, ding, ding.
And of course, it's not set to universal. Thank God, because I just realized that it's on control. Let's global hotkeys that. Okay. Timer wasn't even supposed to start anyway, so thank God. Because need to skip cutscene, now it starts. So we're gonna have to go through the tutorial. There's 3 different levels that basically runs down the tutorial before we start choosing where we are. So we're playing on the, there's different speeds you can play the game on. We're currently on very fast. The normal way the game is timed is via in-game. So even though the timer currently says that we've only been doing this for 30 seconds, in-game it's been 45. So we're just going to be doing the tutorial, which means we just need to follow instructions and optimize doing this as best as I can, and my phone is currently going off. It is 9:30 in the morning, guys. We may potentially have some couch later today, or later in the run, if they decide to wake up. So we're playing Heart of the Swarm, which is the Zerg campaign in StarCraft 2. Need to follow instructions. So in this first level, we're going to be following the instructions, like I mentioned multiple times, but we're going to follow them to a certain extent and basically try to optimize how many units we end up making in the end. If you want to speak about the charity or something, it's literally a lot of dead air right now.
Well, we are raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms. If you want to go to their website, it's TWLOHA.com. Their message, hope is real, help is real, and your story is important. To Write Love on Her Arms is a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Write Love on Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. This will be the, count it, 4th year that we are raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms. Let's see if we can smash our donations from last year, which is a little over 3,000. It's been a great charity to work with. They've reached out with us. We've enjoyed working with them over the years. Mental health and again the other mental issues that they have, depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide, are all really important, especially in today's day and age where it is more prevalent than ever. And people are finally able to start reaching out and get those diagnoses. The stigma that is associated with it has started to kind of abate quite a bit. And no more so than anybody here on Twitch. I've met countless people, and we've been able to talk to each other and help each other. And You know, I think it's just a great match for a video game speedrunning competition or charity event. It just fits so well. So many people need it, and it's great to be able to get the message out there. Matt, back to you.
Alrighty, so we're finally in the action. So we have two units here right now. The first unit you saw was the drone. They're the harvesters. The second unit that we're currently using is the Zergling. Now, you'll notice that I'm currently using the Harvesters as a offensive unit when they're supposed to be harvesting. And that is because their objective is to try to just soak up as much damage. So, the more damage they soak up, the more damage the Zerglings are able to do in the end. Because they are still alive. So right here, I'm going to make sure the drones are in front. Because this is the part where they need to soak up the most amount of damage. Because our objective is to destroy this Eradicator.
Eradicated.
The Eradicator has been eradicated. So, we just attacked our allies, and we called off our Zerglings. So we're moving on to the next mission, which is going to be a hero-focused mission. So this will be the first mission that we get to play as Kerrigan, which is our protagonist in the story. Accompanying us will be her husband, ex-husband, I don't know what they are anymore, Jim Raynor. However, we don't get to control Jim Raynor. He just follows us, and we have to babysit him.
I don't know much about StarCraft 2, but in StarCraft 1, Raynor was freaking useless, always dying everywhere.
Yeah, he's quite useless in this mission. So we're gonna be going through you and stumbling on my words. That's gonna be a common occurrence this run. So they're gonna teach us how to use
words, not skips.
Yeah. So they're gonna be teaching us how to use some of our abilities. The two abilities that we get access to is Kinetic Blast and the Grip. The Crushing Grip. Looks like Jim Raynor is currently cooperating, which is a rarity. So I'm gonna help kill these units, because the less damage these guys take, and the quicker I kill them, the quicker they move in. Do a little bit of waiting. So, during the run, there's going to be 3 auto-scrollers in the end. True auto-scrollers. The first one is going to be coming up real soon here. And then there's 2 others throughout the run. This one coming up would be the shortest. And we got unlucky and some Marines showed up, taking away some of the gunfire from our allied units. So right before the auto-scroller, we have an escape sequence. So I'm going to be trying to use the abilities the best I can to get people out of my way. And Jim Raynor decided he's going to fight people and get himself...
Told you Jim was a dick.
He's useless.
I tell you what I do with Jim Raynor when I played StarCraft 1. I stuck him in a corner of the base where nobody could get to and just let him sit there forever.
Yeah. So unlike StarCraft 1, though, a lot of our tricks is focused around Kerrigan. She's actually quite useful. Now,
There's a lot of fan art and cosplay of Kerrigan.
I mean, we all know why there's a lot of fan art. So we're actually going to be leaving that Ultralisk alive. We're not going to try to kill it, because it is just quicker to ignore him. Come on, Jimmy. Come in here. Thank you. So a lot of this mission is waiting on Jim Raynor and making sure he doesn't die. Since we're on casual, it's pretty difficult for us to die. If we were on normal, it's actually a little bit more difficult. So we get two options here. We're going to go with the option that gives us less enemies that stand in our way, which is the gas. So all the Marines suffer. And we're going to take out this siege tank. Really, Jim? Really? Okay, so here's the first auto-scroller. So we're basically just going to be trying to eliminate the units as quick as possible. But we're still going to have to wait quite a bit. So if you want to talk about the incentives, maybe.
All right, let me see if I can actually figure out how to pull these up, and we will totally talk about them. Incentives. There we go. Um, we have trainer name raffle for $2. I'm not sure what that is, Matt.
So that's for Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so you guys can, if you donate $2, you can, on top of choosing a target and a pull, you can choose to either select a potential trainer name, or
Raffle to win a random game.
yeah. So the trainer names, what's going to happen is that we're going to take when the Pokemon run comes up, we're going to take all the names and just put them in a randomizer. And so you get to put in names, 12 character maximum, I believe. So if you want a chance to choose the name for Pokemon Shining Pearl, then minimum donation for that is $2.
It is. Or a host of games that you could win for 5. Moving on to our targets, these are things that we have to mate a total in order to get them to happen. Unlike rewards, which you're entered for raffles, this is a collective for all people donating. The first one up on the list is Shovel Knight, with that run going through with gold armor. That is a $100 incentive. That does end 11/13 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The next one is Monster Hunter Stories 2, in which you will watch the kinship attacks. That is also a $100 incentive, and it closes 11/12 at 12:45 p.m., which is tomorrow. Undertale, utilizing pink text for $100.
That one's
That'll
actually not
close
public
on
at the
Sunday.
moment.
Okay. Undertale Muffet Fight, $150. That closes Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Then we move into our bonus games. The first potential bonus game that we have is DuckTales for the NES. That it would be by PGA Mexican. That is a $200 incentive. $16 thus far has been raised for that. That ends tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. That is a great run. He is one of the top DuckTales runners and has brought down that time considerably. It's a real fun run to watch. Bonus game 2 is actually one of mine, Super Quickie World number 2. I'm gonna fix that because it's Super Quickie World 2. There we go. That is a $200 incentive. That does close tomorrow at 11:45 p.m. Yeah, that game is actually really fun. It's another one of those Kaizo hacks that's super fun and easy to get into. It's actually easier, in my opinion, than Quickie World 1 to get into, and it will be the only 100% run that I do ever. So if you want to get that in, there's a $200 donation. And bonus game 3 is $300. That closes Sunday at 7 p.m. And that will be for Angerfoot. We do have some polls. Stonefly color palette. You can choose from the options there. We have Undertale, Hug the Goat. Hello Kitty, clothing choice. Shovel Knight, shoot Faith or not. And Super Metroid, save or kill the animals. And at this point, I don't know how to tell how much where it's at. How do I?
I would have to see it in order
Oh,
to...
there we go. Amount raised $15. Pull options save. Okay, kill has $15 and save has 1.
Alrighty,
All right.
so that was a boss fight I just did, and basically the objective was to protect the Marines as best as possible to get more DPS. So we're on a new mission. This is going to be the first mission where we have full control of our own base. So first thing I'm going to do is build a spawning pool. And I'm going to take Kerrigan, and I'm going to start doing some of the bonus objectives on this mission to try to save time. So we're going to be trying to free the Zerglings. Now, this may look like an auto-scroller, but this is actually not an auto-scroller. This is one of the more deceptive missions, where it looks like an auto-scroller, but isn't. So, our objective is going to be to wipe out every single building and enemy on this map before the time runs out. Because if we do that, the timer just goes to 0 right away. So I'm going to move this spine crawler, which is a static defense, over to the side there, and that will cover our right side for the entire time. I'm going to make sure I hotkey Kerrigan properly. And I'm going to be using Kerrigan a bit here, just so I don't lose my Lings. And because of the difficulty, she does not die. Like, next to never. So we're going to Crushing Grip the guy that deals AoE damage. F2 is not working right now, because I get that later in the mission. And defenses are doing good. I'm going to... Now, that's how we make the queens. And we're going to make sure that we take out the enemies that deal AoE damage, because the Lings swarm enemies pretty well. However, they have a small HP pool. So any form of AoE damage takes them out really quick. So we're going to be massing up quite a bit of troops here. Because the quicker we take this out, the quicker the timer goes to 0. So Lings is going to be one, or the Zerglings are going to be one of the more staple units we use in the run, because they are the cheapest unit to make. And they only take minerals and no gas. Now, I just made another queen here. This is so it... because they can heal defenses. Now, I'm going to make sure I hotkey everything as well, so that it's easier for everything to gain access. But unfortunately, one of the downsides about the Zerglings is they don't deal damage to air units. I mean, they have a lot of downsides, but... Okay, bring these guys back up here to finish these buildings. I just cleared those buildings at the bottom so that my Zerglings would not die trying to come over to us. Now, I'm going to build a second hatchery because the way that we produce units is via larvae, which are made over time with a hatchery. So if I have 2 hatcheries, it means I make 2 times the larva. And 2 times the larva means 2 times the Zerglings. So we have one more area over here that we need to take out. And I'm also kinetic blasting all the bunkers because they contain units in them and they have a lot of HP. So just taking those out quicker is more beneficial because we lose less slings. So I don't need that queen there anymore because this is the last area where units can be produced. Now our objective for this mission is to survive. And then once we finish surviving, a few more units over here. There we go. Once we're done surviving, we discover that there's a giant cannon just beyond this bridge. I finally unlocked my favorite button, which is the F2, which is to command all troops on the map. Except for drones. And actually, I don't even know why I'm attacking enemies. We just need to destroy the cannon. So that is the tutorial phase of the game. Oh yeah, story-wise, Jim Raynor got kidnapped. No big deal. Kerrigan's gonna have a mental meltdown, and we're gonna undo the progress we did from the first campaign in StarCraft 2, which is go to Char and free the Zerg.
Nice.
So all the work that Jim Raynor did in the first campaign, we undo here. So we're gonna jump in the evolution pit because we get to choose upgrades for our Zerglings. So we are going to choose the upgrade that makes him deal 50% more damage. But we're not going to see that in action much this time around. Because we are going to... This is pretty much a Kerrigan solo mission. To a certain extent. Even though we have access to a base, we are not going to use it at all. So Kerrigan no longer has her gun. She has a laser beam of a melee of attack. So our objective is to collect 100 eggs before our opponent does. So there's going to be a few nests that already have Bane lanes, which is the unit I'm controlling. They're already ready to go. Now, the Bane lanes are a unit that explodes on death, dealing a lot of AoE damage. So, pretty much the objective for this mission is to just route Kerrigan the best, where she gets as many eggs, and also use these Bane lanes to clear the path. Now, if we needed to, we could turn Zerglings into Bane lanes, as it was just explained here. But we get more than enough Bane lanes. Now, one of the other mechanics that we're going to be keeping a good eye on is Kerrigan's level. So there's going to be bonus objectives in the game where it's influenced by her level. the higher level she is, or not influenced by, but gives her levels. So, for example, this base here is one of the objectives. If I were to destroy it, which I'm just going to be using Kinetic Blasts and the Balings, I level up. And by leveling up, I get a full heal. Oh, cool, I'm stuck. So our objective is to try to get to level 50 by a certain point of the game, because we need the ability to regen our mana a lot quicker. Kinetic Blast that. So we're very close to 100. And yep, this, I'm gonna burrow. So that is also another thing that Kerrigan can do. Okay, there we go. Actually, I can kill a lot of these just by simply... Okay, so I'll be sicking Kerrigan onto this. Once she gets rid of these. And then I'm going to F2 all that to there. So now we just need to destroy the base. And while they're destroying the base, I'm going to destroy the second bonus objective. Because it does take them a minute. And why are they going all the way over there?
And this is just a reminder that we are here at DPX2022 raising money for To Write Love in Our Arms. Their message is hope is real, help is real, your story is important. Their mission is they are a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Write Love on Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. As a reminder, all of the donations do route through Tiltify, which is a service that connects directly with the charities, so that the money never touches our hands. It goes directly from you to the charity. Um, Press exclamation point donate if you would like to get that link. We also have a banner clickable in the info panels.
Or you could go to donate.dpx.social.
Yes, that, but nobody wants to do that.
Nope. But that is a thing that exists.
It does.
Okay, so we just finished the Baneling mission, so now we are going to choose an ability that makes it so that they can increase radius. So we're going to switch over Kerrigan, one of Kerrigan's abilities, from the Grasping Grit, or the Grip, to a AoE melee, or not melee, an AoE auto attack. So I can deal damage to multiple units at the same time. So this mission, we are fighting General. Forget his name, but General. And he's going to be sending a bunch of units at us. But the main unit that he's sending at us is a Gorgon. Which is an invulnerable unit. And we need to destroy them a specific way. So we need to spread creep to these Scourge Nests. Now, the first couple Scourge Nests we're going to do the intended way. The rest of them will be done a different way. So, we're going to watch this. We're not going to watch this cutscene. So The intended way was to make it so that the units or the queens set up and we keep spreading creep all over. However, one intentional game design is that when you build a hatchery, it makes a little bit of creep. Now, the queens are able to spread creep, but it needs to be on creep to spread it. So by simply starting the creation of a hatchery and then stopping it, the creep gets left behind, but um but sorry, but since the creep is still there, we can place a creep tumor on top of it, which activates the Gorgon. Now I'm going to take advantage of the Queen's healing ability real quick while I build a couple Overlords, because I'm going to need more Zerglings. Because Kerrigan can't solo this entire mission on her own, even though it feels like it sometimes. So we are getting this to that Gorgon. I was also waiting for that. So that should be destroyed by now. So, once again, we're going to build another hatchery and continue on with this mission. There is a side objective that I forgot to collect, so I might have to suicide Kerrigan later in the mission to get her back to base. But the side objective is just to collect a few things. Unfortunately, only Kerrigan can collect them. So the game is routed around what objectives we are able to take and what objectives that we can't. So I'm going to build another hatchery here. Start that, cancel, and place. Make sure we get another queen there. And make sure we just keep clearing units and replenishing our units when we lose them. We're actually going to go up here first. Because one of these set objectives is here. Now, we only need to get to level 50. However, I am going to be pushing for level 60. Because the higher level you are, the more health and damage you deal. But on top of that, you get an ultimate ability at level 60. And getting that ultimate ability makes just the later game a little bit more safer. Specifically in one mission. So I will be pushing for that. Make sure they go there. And we're going to make sure we don't accidentally go underneath the Gorgon. Because if we send a unit to the Gorgon, it just continuously shoots. So we have 2 more nests. Okay, now we are going to suicide Kerrigan because I forgot the first objective here. Because of that, we are going to slow things down quite a bit. I might as well just start hitting this base. Actually, no, wait. There's drop pods. Okay, never mind. We are not going to hit that base. We are going to lose a queen, potentially. Let's build the hatchery. Cancel. Grab a queen. Place. Okay, now that she's back. And we have one more to go. And last Scourge Nest. Now, the next mission that's coming up is the reason why I'm playing this on casual and not normal. Because this nightmare is this mission's a nightmare. This nightmare is a nightmare. So, Kerrigan has a new ability. And I will be getting Zergling Constitution. We don't have anything new for the evolution pit. We are not going to be doing any of the evolution missions this time around. Last time we did them because it was an incentive, but we don't need to beat the game. Those are optional missions that just upgrade your troops further. And even though some of the troops are extremely useful, it's still a big waste of time, unfortunately. Still lose time. So our objective here is to deal as much damage right now. We are on a 2.5 minute timer.
Yes.
And oh, hi.
Oh.
And you can see how deadly AoE units are just by simply looking at those two firebats. Now we're going to make sure that the Zerg doesn't accidentally kill the wounded. Mainly because it's just a waste of resources. So I'm going to have to make sure that they follow instructions. Because if I just do the attack command for everything, they're just going to attack everything on the way. So we're going to try to get this gate open. And deal as much damage in here as we can. Because we are about to get nuked. It was good that we took out the units. Because now we can do that. And make sure we build a couple of those. And we can go finish off the mission with these units alone. Because we took out most of the scary units. Now, I will be building a few Zerglings. Just for backup. But they're most likely just going to get caught on other buildings on the way. This is an example of one of the missions that we won't be doing the side objective. Because there's just other side objectives that are quicker to do. So we're just going to focus on this now. Kerrigan's going to deal with the units around so that they just don't take out our units quicker. And we are done this mission. So we are done on Char. We have taken over Char again. And we have access to more units. So now we're going to move over to the next planet. The good old jungle land of Xeris. Totally was installing for the name. So we're going straight to Xeris. This is where we're going to get our biggest upgrade for Kerrigan. Zeratul is telling us about a prophecy that we ignore. And we just do our own thing. So this first mission, we're going to have to awaken an ancient. Now, in order to awaken the ancient, we need to feed him. So we need to go around the map and make sure he gets his food. So this is the first mission where we get access to a unit we're going to see quite a bit, and that is the Mutalisk. For every mission except for this one, the reason why I really like the Mutalisk is because they are able to heal themselves. The reason why that they're not able to right now is because it is a mutation. So we need to kill these units, and we're going to need to use drones in order to... And this is where gas starts to become important as well, so... We are not going to harvest the biomass or the food right away, because we want to do multiple biomass at the same time. Because if we do that, yes, there's more units, but it also just makes things go quicker. Because if we start getting the biomass now, what happens is that the game will go, oh, okay, they got one biomass, start sending harder units. And then the more units that they send, the more I get diverted and the more time we waste. So I'll make a few mutas, and then I'll make that, get another drone, and need more minerals. Now, unfortunately, in order to harvest the food, we need drones. So I'm going to be pulling 3 drones here. And I'm going to start collecting the biomass. Now, our opponent is another primordial Zerg. So Zerg before they were a hive. Sorry about that. So he's going to call us greedy and send units for every single harvest that we're doing. So we should be in 3 sets of units. However, since it's the first harvest, he's going to be sending 3 sets of the weakest type of unit that he would send. Get a couple more mutas. Now, another reason why I like the mutas, other than the fact that they heal themselves, is that they are very agile. They are mobile, and they are a flying unit. So we will let Kerrigan handle this part. Get our heal from leveling up. And also, because of the ability that we took with Kerrigan, the Zerglings come back. Or the few that we have anyways. Require more overlords. So, if you hear keyboard spam, I do apologize. I should have apologized like 42 minutes ago, but too late now. So, yep,
If you
we'll
want
be...
me to yell at Matt about his keyboard being too loud, donate with exclamation point donate or click on the banner in the info panels and I will publicly chastise Matthew for his keyboard sounds just for you. Even a donation as low as $1 can embarrass the fuck out of the man playing StarCraft 2 right now. Get your donations in for To Write Love on Her Arms. They are a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Write Love in Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. And every single penny that we raise for DPX 2022 goes directly into the hands of To Write Love in Her Arms through our Tiltify integration. Tiltify allows the money to go directly from you to the charity, and it doesn't have to touch us at all, but it still allows us to read your messages and set up incentives. So it's a great program, and you can be confident that your donations are going directly to the charity. Back to you, Matt.
Okay, so due to neglect, I'm going to lose a few drones. So... Yep, I managed to save one drone at least. So that's good. I'm going to have to replace the two others that we lost. And actually do a good job defending them. Will that defend? Yes, that will. I'll send 2 Zerglings to help. Because they will just respawn themselves. Now, of course. Okay, let's send another drone. So, obviously, the more drones I lose, the more time that's wasted. Oh yeah, he really doesn't want me to wake up the Ancient. So he's going around destroying meat, except, we already have the meat we need, and I forgot that this drone likes to go a very weird path. So we need to defend it. I completely forgot this drone goes this way. So we'll do that. And we'll get another drone to come grab it. Luckily, we don't need to reharvest it again. We only need to just collect it. So, I mentioned auto-scrollers earlier, and we are actually going to be coming up on the second auto-scroller of the game. I also do believe it is the longest auto-scroller in the game. The last one being later on in the game. I don't think it's as long. So, he's pissed off that we woke up the Ancient, and he's going to try to come kill us, but we're going to go kill him first. So, the next level is going to be a drag, and I do apologize ahead of time. It's basically going to be a lot of being at the right place at the right time and waiting. Make sure we deal as much damage as we can, and he is out. The Ancient's awake. Now he's going to give us instructions on how to become Omega Kerrigan. So real quick, we are going to go to the wrong tab, and once we get to the right tab, we are going to make sure we grab the healing ability. Because now we don't need queens to heal our units. So we're going to be gaining access to the swarm host, which is going to be useful for about 2 waves. After that, we are going to kill off the swarm hosts we get, because we're just going to get a lot of mutas. So this is one of a couple missions where we actually lose access to Kerrigan. Oh, hi. I forgot you guys exist. Kerrigan, what are you doing? Make sure Kerrigan gets the circle and lose access. So let's grab our swarm hosts. They are going to sit on this side and look pretty for like 10 minutes. Yeah, they tell us to make more swarm hosts. We are going to ignore that command and just make a bunch of drones. So we have an expansion base over here. We actually had access to expansion base for a few missions, but we just haven't had the need to grab them. This is the first mission where we grab it because it just gets us our Mutalis quicker, and we really don't need it. It's more of a time killer. Like, we could completely function off of one base just fine, but choose not to. So I'm going to be setting the mutas over here, because for that first wave, they have 0 anti-air units. And they're just going to poke at them until they get close to the swarm hosts, and the swarm hosts will deal with the rest. So our objective... So when we're filling out a mineral patch here, the objective is to fill it out about 2/3 of the way. The reason why is that that's the most efficient way to harvest. It says 30, but it's just one drone ends up sitting around, and then... So it's a waste of time. So it's just better if 2 drones do it. Now that puts us at our max. We'll grab that. We'll make sure that both of them are pointed here. You guys go there. Make a few overlords. And we are building up quite a bit of gas, but we are going to start burning through that once we start building more mutalisks, which I'm going to make a few when we get access to overlords. This next wave does have a couple of units we need to be concerned about. Now that is not a wave down there. There's different clans on this planet, and they are about to clash. And now they're fighting to claim dominance. So I'm going to take this time and I'm going to shout out our socials for DPX. We do have a few socials. So like I mentioned earlier at the beginning, we do have our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/at DogPoundSpeedrunning. So you can check out all our previous runs there, as well as future runs once we do them. This event's runs will end up on YouTube some point later next year. I know that I'm well aware that DPX2021 is still not showing on YouTube. A little bit more work needs to be done there, but that will be on hopefully by being released in December. So you should start seeing that. otherwise, we have our Twitter, which you can see all our updates for the event. So when we have future events, when we're looking for runners, when we are doing random shenanigans, and we are live on our Twitch, we'll usually post it there. We have our Discord channel if you want to come chill out with us. We do have a public Discord channel. You can access our Discord with either !Discord, or you can go to discord.dpx.social. If you want to try to access any of our socials, but you don't know what the short term would be because our Twitter is DP Speedrunning, you can always do the social media.dpx.social. And if we have it, that link should bring you to that social page. So for example, YouTube would be youtube.dpx.social. Same with Twitter. Now feel free to give us a follow as well on Twitch, because when we do go live, when we do go live, you'll get a notification, and we do have some pretty big plans for next year. Instead of just doing DPX, we do have a few more things planned, which I will be announcing later on this event. Am I missing any socials?
Not that I can think of, but I'm not the social media genius, so.
I'm not going to bother plugging our Reddit because that we don't do anything with that other than advertise.
Yeah. I'm real bad at social media, so.
Yep.
Just a reminder, donations are open all day today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And if you do donate, we will read off your comment live. Assuming, of course, it's appropriate, because you never know.
Yeah, we'll accept a certain level of inappropriateness, but...
Well, I mean, yes, this is DPX. I'd be real sad if the event that I originally founded basically said, you're no longer a fit for us. To me.
Yeah, but yeah, we accept dad jokes.
We do. I'm really good at those. I do appreciate dad jokes. Tell you
Especially
what, chat, if you put in a dad joke in your donation and it makes me laugh, I will match any donation up to $5. Well, $5 per donation up to $30 total. So get those donations with dad jokes in, it'll be worth double.
There we go.
Don't have quite as much money as I had last year, baby on the way. But
Yep.
I'm still here helping as much as I can.
Actually, I think at this point I need to go down here. Yep.
And a reminder, we are raising money for Troy Love on Our Arms, a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. They exist to encourage, inform, inspire, and to also invest directly into treatment and recovery. You can donate to this great cause with !Donate to get a link, or click on the banner in our info panels on Twitch. You can also find a donation link on our website and additional information, both including the schedule and all about the charity and about this yearly speedrunning expo on dogpoundexpo.com.
I was forgetting a social, our website.
Well, there you go. I think TikTok should hire me to be their next auto voice.
Oh, yeah. That's something that we're also going to be planning to work towards. If you guys have any good clips from this event that you enjoy, feel free to clip it. We might post that onto TikTok and YouTube Shorts. And if you're the one who originally did the clip, then we will credit you. That is something we are starting to do, starting this event, is potentially looking at making some TikToks of just clips of the event. The good, the dirty, the best, the worst. You know, all of it. Just not the event itself. That's reserved for Twitch. Now, if I needed a pee break, this is actually a perfect time to do so because I'm at a Mutalisk mass where I can just patrol them in a certain pattern and go AFK for like 5 minutes and be perfectly fine.
AFK is the best kind of speedrun.
Yeah.
I play RuneScape. 90% of that game is AFK.
I've played some RuneScape. Never
Yeah,
got too far.
Andrea's really into RuneScape, and I used to play it a lot. Like I mostly played for the social aspect, so I'm kind of like playing a lot now. But that's because Andrea's really into it, and she's not into a lot of stuff. So I'll play. It's double XP weekend actually. This whole week. So, which in a game like Modern Warfare, something like that, not a big deal. And RuneScape, which is 90% grind, oh my god, that's important. If you ever have the time though, Matt, you should definitely try it out. I'll give you like 10, 20 mil to get started. You'll be fine.
I have an account.
Yeah, but you have 10 or 20 mil?
No.
Exactly. And 10 or 20 mil takes me 2, 3 hours to make tops. So, but for you as a lower level player, it would probably take you months. So it gives you a good head start so you don't have to worry and you can do whatever you want.
I'd have to find my info, but
Yeah, I'd love to play with you. And you know how I always start stuff and then I quit like a month later?
like World of Warcraft.
Correct. Usually because Andrea quits. I'm on month 3 now, so and
Oh wow.
Andrea's obsessed with it and she plays like 4 hours a day, so she's not gonna quit anytime soon because she's the one who's obsessed with it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going down in the battlefield between the two opposing factions and just annihilating everyone because we like a clean map.
Clean map is a good map.
Now another thing I could do if I wanted to kill boredom was spread creep, but that just makes the enemies go faster as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, I lost a muta. Let's replace it. Because I only have 64 mutas now. Oh, here comes another panzer attack. Let's go annihilate one end. And I decided that the swarm hosts can live a little bit longer.
And just a reminder, folks, we are about 1/3 of the way through this run. As we are 1/3, we are raising money for To Write Love on Our Arms, a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with a variety of mental illnesses. They exist to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. If you wish to donate to this amazing cause, type !donate to get the link, or look in the info panels, or go to dogpoundexpo.com, which will also have a link there as well, including a link to our schedule and what runs you can expect for the rest of the day.
And tomorrow, and the day after.
And tomorrow and Sunday.
the Mutalisk ball. Now, in about 15 seconds, the war down south is going to stop. Okay, maybe a little bit longer than 15 seconds, but the war down south is about to stop as our red friend is about to win. And once he wins, he really, really, really gets aggressive towards us. Because now the endless units down there are not towards each other, they're towards us. But since we're at a critical mass of Mutalisks, it's a joke.
But
And you'll have noticed that there's a button at the top right that says click to spawn lotusts. We haven't clicked it yet. We don't need to click it. I might click it, but that's just out of sheer boredom. Because this mission is probably the biggest drag of a mission. Let's upgrade our damage again. Oh, and it begins. So I'm just going to set up a patrol. Yep, so basically the mutas are just going to get caught on enemies. Whoever just messaged me on Discord is going to have to wait. You should have messaged me about 5 minutes ago. I probably would have been able to look. Oh yeah, and they're going to start attacking my base down here, and I'm going to ignore it. Because I don't need that base anymore. I'll just do this, and let's go check that message. Because I can. Oh, shit. Nice. They let me know over Discord. That was unexpected. So we got front page for speedrun.com. For 3 to 7.
wow.
Let's go.
What do we have at that time?
Pokemon, and we have another run.
Pokemon's big.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So we are moving on to the last mission. I am going to grab the burrow ability. That's going to be for later on because I like to do a particular mission different way, as many different ways as possible. And that is the third auto-scroller mission. Because there's like 60 different ways you can do that, and none of them loses you time. So we get access to Kerrigan's new abilities. Like jumping, which is the reason why we rush to this part.
Also, Matt, just a heads up as well. I just got one of the heads of the RuneScape guild that I'm in to promote that across their Discord. So
Nice.
I don't know if anybody will show up, but all the people that I'm friends with in the guild and the Savage Cabbages are pretty awesome. So
Yeah, I reached out to the guild that I'm in Foxhole. Be like, hey. Okay, why am I fighting things? So this is another mission where we are going to get quite a few levels. The previous mission, by doing that upgrade, also gave us a lot of levels. So the objective of this mission is it's going to be Kerrigan focused a lot. We do get some supporting units throughout, but we just end up burrowing them until we get to the boss fights. So this is the first boss of 4. So we are going to make sure that our units dealing as much damage. And we do want to try to keep all our units alive. Because if we lose units, then obviously we deal less damage, which means it takes longer to kill bosses. And we're able to keep our units healthy by just simply using our heal ability, which heals both Kerrigan and the units around. So this is the boss rush level. So we are going to burrow the roaches again. And move on. We are going to get some Hydralisks, and they are also going to burrow. Because this area is a little... That area is a little bit concerning. They spawn a bunch of units, and we lose... If I bring units with me, I'll most likely end up losing them. So we want to be using the dash ability as much as we can. I wasn't using it there because I was saving it for... that small area where I get the level. But not only the fact that it just makes you move quicker, it also makes you go through units. So this guy, we're going to try to manipulate to go into the wall right here. Close enough. Okay, I lost a unit. That is unfortunate. I'm going to burrow here because we need to... I lost most of my Hydras. That is unfortunate. I'm supposed to not be losing units, and here I am losing units. Well, luckily I got one of them back. So, you'll notice that there's a couple units here that we haven't seen before, that I've just been name dropping. It's the Roach and the Hydralisk. So, those are units that we are supposed to be getting, or we have supposed to gotten before, but because of the order that we're doing the worlds in, we did not get them yet. The Roach is a armored unit that deals more damage to other armored units. And the Hydralisk is a light unit that shoots both ground and air and has a pretty nice range. So before I do that, I'm going to make sure that we kill all the units here. Because these guys explode. And if they explode, they deal a lot of damage to our units. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm taking a risk here. There we go. So, the last boss is just here. And because of the difficulty we're on, I'm not going to be trying too much to dodge, because I can just out-heal his damage. So what's happening right now is the guy that we woke up is trying to eat us now. I'm going to dodge this ability, though. And Big Boy is down. Okay, so we are going to be doing a little bit of backtracking now because, as I said, there's the planet of the roaches and the hydralisks that we are going to right now. But now that we are Primal Kerrigan, which is the upgraded Kerrigan, this area becomes a lot easier because of the fact that this area was meant for just base Kerrigan. So you'll notice that not only we got a lot of levels, but we are about to get a whole new tab. So I'll be taking that. And we will go to the mission. Okay, so this first mission is... This is where things start to speed up a little bit. Can we, like, burrow, please? Thank you. Now that we're able to jump and dash, there's going to be a few things that we're going to be able to do with Kerrigan. So as long as I don't mess this up, I'm going to spawn Banelings here with one of Kerrigan's abilities. Because if they kill my Baneling units, they deal damage to themselves.
All right, and I'm going to take this moment to remind you that DPX2022 is raising money for To Write Love on Our Arms, a nonprofit movement dedicated to sending hope and finding help struggling with various mental illnesses. They exist to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. I'd also like to give a special shout out to any cabbages in the chat. I don't know if there are any, but if there are, thank you so much for supporting me. And if you guys want to find out more about the charity, you can go to TrueWriteLoveOnOurArms.com, TWLOHA.com. You can also go to DogPoundExpo.com, where you can find more about Dogpound Expo, about the charity, about the schedule, and for contact information if you like as well. You can see some of our runs that are coming out throughout the day. And then, some of the highlights for the runs we have coming up. We have Jalbagel running Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin at 1 p.m. On Saturday. Today we have Luigi's Mansion at 1:05. Let's see. Pokemon Shining Pearl at 5:35 p.m. today. Obviously, the best run in the whole weekend is Hello Kitty Roller Rescue at 9:45 a.m. on Saturday.
So, this mission is we have to destroy 3 things. So I try to destroy the first one before the first flash freeze. And then the second flash freeze, I'm going to be getting my Zerglings to go in and destroying them. And I'm going to try to collect the second bonus objective before that time comes.
You've got this, Matt.
Yep, and then, so once those are destroyed, we finish the mission. So we do that in less than 5 minutes in game. That's like 3 minutes IRL. And then we are going to move on to the next mission, which is another quick one.
There you go. I also want to specifically point out we do have the save versus kill the animals incentive for Super Metroid currently available. It currently stands at $15 for kill and $1 for save. If you'd like to change the outcome of that race, do make sure to donate and select an option when you donate. And a reminder, I will actually be in that run. I will be racing against my good friend PGA Mexican. We do have a slight offset. He's going to get about a minute of time on me, so we're going to have a real close, fun race. It should be real exciting to watch. Hope you guys tune in. That'll be Sunday at 8:45 a.m.
Okay, so for this mission, I'm actually going to be taking an Overlord with me. This is going to happen a couple times throughout the run, where I will be dragging an Overlord around with me. I only really need the Overlord for this jump right here, because you cannot see onto high ground. Now, I'm going to be positioning some units to be able to do certain things. And then I'm just going to do that. Gonna do a little bit of damage to this, and then I'm gonna let the rest of my units handle it. So this is another of those deceptive auto-scroller levels where it looks like an auto-scroller but really isn't. So I'm gonna burrow here to lose aggro on the units. Once they destroy that, they're gonna go over here. I'm gonna make sure I get these objectives as well. And then I'm going to go here, spawn that there. And I'm just using the Banelings to quickly kill those as possible. And then I'm going to go over here. And that is the mission. And we're only getting 2 of the 3 bonus objectives. So this is the quickest world. Because technically, in my eyes anyways, even though this is a part of, this next mission's a part of this world, in quotations, I don't consider it because it's on a ship. So I'm going to make sure I do this first because I will forget.
Here first. If you're on a ship, you don't matter to Matt.
No, if you're on a ship, you're not on a planet.
What constitutes a planet?
A round thing.
What if the ship was round?
If it was planet shaped, then. Okay, there's what I was looking for.
Is the Death Star a planet?
That is a good question. That is up for debate. So this mission is another of those missions where we lose access to Kerrigan. However, we get access to a different hero unit for this mission. And this hero unit can spawn other units. But in order to do that, we need to evolve. And how do we evolve? We eat things.
as it has always been. The strong
Yep.
consume the weak.
Yep. This is something that we learned from the planet of Z3thros, where everything tried to eat us.
And if they had, they would have gotten stronger.
For sure. The swarm would have, we would have been following the protagonist of Mr. Big Guy, that I don't remember his name. So we get access to Ursidon temporarily. And so this guy gets access to a stun ability. And then once we're done with that, we are going to consume and evolve. Oh, and if you guys wondering why I keep looking up, that's where my chat is at the moment. So
What he really wants you to know is that he's got a fancy 4-monitor setup. It's real sexy. I haven't seen it, but I assume.
it's a mess. And like, if you start to question why I need 4 monitors, I have the stream on one, I have OBS on another, I have Discord and other stuff on another, and then I have my game on the main. So I actually have an excuse to have 4. So we are now at stage 2 of this, where I need to consume as much as I can on the way. Because by doing that, we get access to their biomass, and here we kill that. I'm gonna send some units through here right away, because they need to go through. I'm gonna put that on 2. Now we are going to do this. While they are fighting, we are going to consume. Now I can actually attack over this force field with Zagara, or not Zagara, Niagara. So I'm gonna do that when I can. And we are going to destroy their warp drive. Oh, right. I forgot to destroy the actual warp drive. I just destroyed the shield. Yay. Well, I will still send the lanes over here. Now we're on a quick timer. We need to make sure we destroy these sentries because they are blocking the way. And unfortunately, this isn't Legacy of the Void, so we can't destroy this force field with a roach. Make sure we get all our lings in. So we evolved, so now we get access to roaches. So we are going to feed as much as we can, because there's one more upgrade. So every time we upgrade, we get access to more supply, and we get access to better units. So I'm just consuming as much as I can on my way over to this door. Now, it doesn't have to be Niagara that kills the units. It can be a roach. So now we're at our final evolution. So we're just going to start to ignore. Because it only costs supplies to do this. I forgot to... Did I get the Ursidon? Oh no. Usually you get access to an Ursidon. But I guess not. So now we have to deal with escape pods. And this is the reason why I wanted to get the range upgrade, was for this mission. So now that we destroyed all the escape pods, we just need to eliminate the rest of the enemies. Oh, there's actually another escape pod. But still, we need to destroy all the buildings and eliminate all the enemies anyways, so... And then... We are the greatest mother on Earth. We are going to give the greatest gift to our child, abandonment.
Build
Which...
character.
Yep. Builds character for the story. But in real life, don't actually abandon your children. That's just an asshole move.
Bad plan. Unless they're Zergs. Don't know that if I had a baby Zerg, I'd want to keep it around.
Yeah, I don't think most people would. Unless you're Kerrigan. But even then, she abandons her children sometimes. Not the greatest mother.
No. Are there any characters that are commonly cosplayed that are good mothers?
I don't know. Isn't there that one anime where, like, a mother and her son gets transported to another world?
I don't think so. I know there's the new one with the the father guy who used to be a father who got reincarnated as a sword.
Oh, yeah, I saw the name of that one. I just haven't watched it yet.
It's supposed to be really, really good, despite the title.
So yeah, we are now the Terran for a mission. We get to control a capital ship. So we get access to the Hyperion, and we get access to many of different things. So we're going to try to destroy these. Well, not try, we are going to destroy them. And that's the tutorial phase of this mission, to teach us how to use this. So now we are going to get endless spawning units. Now, for this mission, we just need to destroy those buildings. However, we are going to go around and collect as many minerals to level up to try to get to level 3. Because if we get to level 3, it just makes the rest of the mission easier. And on top of that, it makes the mission go quicker. Now, if I was doing this on normal difficulty, I would be taking out the side objective to... I would do the side objective to try to make this mission safer. But because I'm on casual, I'm just going to full send it. Oh yeah, one of the characters' names is Matthew, and I find that hilarious. We are against a mercenary group, and she has a thing for the character Matthew in this game. So you will hear a few comments from her.
Matt really just likes playing this game to boost his ego.
Cool. Can we not move the camera from me? Thank you. While landmines are pointed to my face. So we just want to get to level 3. And then once we destroy that, we move ours over. And we have one more level to go. Yeah. So the reason why the main speed runs on normal is because casual just turns your hero units into absolute tanks. If I was playing on normal right now, I would have been dead. Right there. 110% dead. So that is why I'm playing on casual, because I'm just playing this game way too risky right now. So this cluster should bring us to... we're one short, of course we are. Let's do a little bit of backtracking because there's no more minerals up ahead. Never mind, there is. I've never had not max by this point, so... But now that we're fully upgraded, we get the max amount of fighter strikers as possible. And we are just going to start ignoring all the troops. And just start jumping over and over again. Release our unit, and then... And just make sure we jump when the landmines come out. Or the space mines, I should say. And then, bon appetit. We are done this mission. So now, I did mention earlier that Gem Raider got captured. We are going to fix that. We are going to go release Gem Raider. Oh yeah, by the way, that's our ship compared to the ship we were flying. So... And that's not even the biggest ship out there. You should see what the Protoss have. So, yeah. This mission is, we just go through and we eliminate all the enemies. Units will be provided to us, so we don't need to worry about a base. It's just a matter of getting through this as quick as possible and dealing with annoyances like these marauders. So, one thing that you're going to start noticing from here on out is that Marauders, those are the thicker units. If I see another one, I'll point it out. Their attacks slow you. So especially for missions where they're more Kerrigan focused, we want to make sure we either dodge those units altogether or we kill them as quick as possible. Because slowing down makes us move slower, and no one likes slow in a speed run. So it's literally it's only for a couple missions where we upgrade the Hydralisks, and it's for missions that we don't even build Hydras on. So these are Marauders right here. And then we have one more. That deals with all of these units. So we'll be grabbing a couple prisoner logs as well. Prisoners' lives matter, so I won't be turning them into Zerg. Because, I should probably mention the leader of the Terran is he isn't a great person. Who knows what these people are locked up for? They could have just said the wrong thing and, they could have got arrested, so... Before you go saying, oh, what about murderers and that? Who cares about them? We care about the people who are in prison wrongly. So that's why we don't turn them into Zerg. Gotta love when one anti-air missile is what stops you. Thank you, Arndale, for the good luck.
And this is a good time to remind you that Dog Pound Expo 2022 is raising money for To Write Love on Our Arms. You can find their information at twloha.com. They are a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Write Love on Our Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. Through the Tiltify integration, all money donated will go directly to the charity and does not touch any of the hands of anybody associated with DPX, so you can be sure that your donation is going to the charity. If you want to find out more about the expo, go to dogpoundexpo.com. We also have the schedule up for the rest of the dates and the rest of the weekend. Some of the highlights coming up, we do have Pokemon Shining Pearl, Luigi's Mansion, Monster Hunter Stories 2, and Super Metroid and Tales of Arise all coming up throughout the weekend. Make sure to tune in for those. It's going to be a great time. If you would like to donate, every dollar helps. Every little bit helps. You can type in !donate to pull up the link there. You can also go into the info panels on Twitch, and we do have a donation link there as well. And if you would prefer, you can go to dogpoundexpo.com, click on charity, and you should be able to donate from there as well. So, right back to you, Matt.
Okay, so we just rescued Jim Raider, and he's not happy to see us because we're Zerg, and no one likes the Zerg. So that is all the missions for here. So Skygear Station is an interesting point of the game, where we see some interesting strats come up. I may end up going silent at one point, specifically in the second mission. But this is why we wanted to get to level 50. It's before this mission right here. We want to get to level 50 for this ability efficiency. So we use abilities at a cheaper cost. So this next mission, we get introduced to our good Russian friend here. At least his voice actor sounds Russian, so... So we are going to start infesting things. And corrupt. So now we get access to that Banshee, this Marauder we get access to. So we are going to be using these infested Terran units to help clean up some of this. I did not realize that these units have stim. Why do the Terrans not use stim? Oh yeah, I can infest this over here. So even though it doesn't look like it, this is going to be one of the more Kerrigan-focused missions. At least for the speed run. Because we don't use the base that we are given. Just need to go through some dialogue. Okay, now we're going to grab Kerrigan. And we are going to grab some Overlords. Now, I am 100% aware these are old strats. Do I care? No. Because these old strats work. The new strats are a little bit more difficult. And because of the fact that we take a lot less damage. Yeah, okay. I might have to back up a little bit. Load the save because I forgot to take one ability. I actually need to switch out ability and we'll do Instant Overlord for extra safety. And we'll go into that mission again. Unfortunately, we do have to do that first part again, but it's worth it than trying to scram at that a few times. We'll do this one more time. Now we just wait. Okay. So let's try this again. Grab Kerrigan. We'll grab the Overlords. And we'll grab a couple extra overlords this time. Okay, come on. Let's walk over here. And it's the mend ability that I was after. And the reason why we bring overlords with us is because I try to jump up here, try to no. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So now that we only have a couple units on us, we're going to destroy the objective from back here. So that is this mission done. You're supposed to go through, infest, and on the waves where the infested are able to go through, you're supposed to push with them. And there's just a lot of units. But that takes a lot of time, and it's quicker to just go there yourself and destroy it. Okay. So I'm going to make sure I have everything properly set up for this mission. As, we want men, double drones, yes, yes, yes. Okay. So this mission, I probably will end up going a little bit silent. Usually I would have Couch with me, but the people that would be able to explain this are currently either at work right now or asleep. So it's a lot of what I'm going to be doing here is doing the right thing at the right time. So yeah, it's going to be hard for me to explain while so yeah, I'll be a little bit on the more silent side. Yes. So the roaches down here, I failed. Okay. That's alright. Okay. That. Do that. Do that. Okay. Build some more roaches. That Brutalisk is going to handle that one over there. Okay. So we're going to try that again. Get that roach to bait the units over there into that. We are going to go over here. We're going to open this cell. And try not to kill any units. Okay, good. That's working. So the hybrids do drain. Okay, I'm gonna need to kill these units because I need to bait them up here.
Like what you're seeing and you want more DPX in your life, we do have a Discord server and a Twitter account you can follow. Head to discord.dpx.social or find us on Twitter at twitter.com/dpspeedrunning. As always, you can also head to www.dogpoundexpo.com or dpx.social for more information.
I'm hitting fakes. You're the real one. Oh, they didn't kill it quick enough. That is unfortunate. So yeah, we are on a timer. Unfortunately, the Terran did not kill that one quick enough, which caused me to fail this mission. Where's my last checkpoint? Ooh, okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. This is concerning. This is really concerning. Uh,
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
okay, I might have to load a different checkpoint. The Terran failed to do their job. Because they probably focused too much on my roaches. Okay, I'm gonna have to load our previous checkpoint. Which is unfortunate, but what I gotta do. Okay, we'll keep those there. There we go. There we go. Luckily, I didn't have to do too much more of the mission. So, this is going to be the final mission on this world. We get access to the Ultralisk unit. So, we are going to be losing access to Kerrigan for the last time this run. However, once again, we will be getting another hero unit. Stukov, I believe. Yep. So we're going to have Stukov as our hero, which he is the leader of the... Might as well be the Undead Swarm. They're referred to as the Infested. Stukov used to be Terran, similar to Kerrigan, but he was infected. And he now works as an infester.
He likes to infest mutual stocks and bonds.
Yep. Okay, so we are going to take Stukov, and we need to go around and destroy these shrines. We're going to be able to destroy some of these shrines early, in the earlier stage. I still did not. Okay. So our objective is going to be to defend Stukov when he's at these. We temporarily lose access to him, but he can still summon units. So I'm going to try to see if I can bait these units over here. It just makes my life easier. And now we're going to be dealing with the hybrids. They are a very powerful unit. They are tanky and they deal a lot of damage. And what happened to my queen? That sucks. Okay. Okay. So I'm able to do a few of these. I can actually do 3 of these without any additional support of units. But after this, I will need to start building more Ultralisks. But also having queens will help. Because, like I mentioned multiple times earlier, queens do heal your units. And Ultralisks are tanky and they deal a lot of AoE damage. And if we need any form of anti-air, we just summon units. And the queens handle them as well. But we will be getting the few queens we got to join us. Fill up those ultras. So this is the composition Ultra Queen, which has been used multiple times in competitive. Get a couple more ultras. Let's clear these out. And I'm just gonna send Stukov directly onto that. So gotta build those ultras. And then once we clear out the expected number of units, we move on to the next area without Stukov. Oh yeah, they're having a Dragon Ball Z style Kamehameha battle. And we're making him weaker by destroying these towers. I should have probably mentioned that part. I think that was kind of important. Like, look how much one Ultra and one Queen can do. Keep in mind this is also a novice, though, and hello. You two can back up now. So yeah, these hybrids are a hybrid of Protoss and Zerg. And to the final temple we go.
And while Matt is doing that, I'd like to take this moment again to remind you that
I probably would hold off on that.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're going to read it off again in like 3 minutes.
Why is that?
Because we're about to have a lot of dead time because our next auto-scroller is coming up. Apparently your mic is very quiet. So let's try to fix that. You're at 200%.
I can fix that. That's probably better now.
Yeah. Okay, so as I mentioned, the upcoming mission that we're doing is a auto-scroller that you can lose time on. Because if you accidentally let one of the structures you're supposed to defend get destroyed, you'll lose upwards of 3 minutes. So, on this mission, by the way, we're in home stretch. This is the final long mission. So, this is a mission I like to do a different strategy almost every other time. Sometimes, depending on my mood, I'll do mutas. Sometimes I'll do ultras. Just all depending on my mood. Because it doesn't matter if you destroy all the structures. The map can be clean, and you still have to sit there and wait. It's just a matter of how do you want to clean the map. So, we technically had access to the ultimate ability. I just forgot to pick one. And you know what? Who cares? So, we are going to go down the... You know what? Let's see if we can steal SCV. Build up bases. We can have like up to 4 bases on this map. So, oh, transmission. By the way, he's the big baddie. Yep, so if you want to read off what you're about to read off.
All right. So this is a reminder that Dog Pound Expo 2022 is again raising money for To Right Love on Her Arms. They are a non-profit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Right Love in Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. Their mission statement is hope is real, help is real, your story is important. This is the 4th year that we have been holding DPX, and we're hoping to raise more money for this lovely charity. All of your donations do run through Tiltify, which is integrated directly with the charity and with this. We never touch any of the money. We only get to see what donations came through and any messages, and allows them to allocate towards rewards and other items. All that money goes directly from you to the charity. It never touches us, so you never have to worry about where your money is going. Thank you. Even if you're here, every dollar helps. Even if you cannot donate, even being here and supporting us helps us push us up towards the top of the page and allows us to have more people find the charity. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And then a little bit more on Dog Pound Expo. This is a charity speedrunning event founded about 4 years ago. I did actually found the event 4 years ago, and Matt is now currently basically the CEO of the event. He's done a great job this year and last year. I anticipate he'll continue to do so long into the future. Make sure you give him some appreciation. It is an immense amount of work to be able to make this happen. There's so many moving pieces, so we'd like to appreciate him for that. Um, yeah, we do have one of my favorite incentives is the poll between save or kill the animals. I personally say kill the animals. Some say save them for Super Metroid. That will be a race first thing on Sunday morning. Go to dogpoundexpo.com to look for the schedule and other information about the expo as well as the charity. If you'd like to find more about the charity directly from them, you can go to twloha.com and you will be able to see the charity that we are raising money for this year.
Well, I've just been hit with the unfortunate reality of SCVs cannot build anything in this campaign, which is unfortunate. I tried to be Mimi and do something different, and that didn't work, so we're going to build a bunch of swarm hosts.
Oopsies.
Oh well. What can you do?
Yep.
So we're just going to clear up the map. Yep, so make some overlords, put those over there. Send Kerrigan to the next landing zone. Oh, cool. They're scanning. Let's do that. Yeah, we just need to clear up these spots and then work from there. We're gonna do this and that. These guys can sit over here.
If you like what you're seeing and you do want more DPX in your life, we have a Discord server and a Twitter account you can follow. Head to discord.dpx.social or find us on twitter.com/dpspeedrunning. As always, you can also visit www.dogpoundexpo.com for all of the information you could possibly want on the event. Again, thanks to everybody who's taken time out of their day to watch this event. Thank you for anybody who chooses to donate. Every second of your time is appreciated, as is every penny that is donated. All that money goes directly to To Write Love on Her Arms. You can find more at twloha.com. They are a non-profit movement, however, dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Write Love on Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery. If you would like to donate, make sure to type in !donate to get a link put in chat. We also have a banner that you can click on in the info panels, or you can navigate through on the website at dogpoundexpo.com.
So at this point, I'm playing the where can I plant these units to just cover the most ground. Because, like, we do have a side objective of breaking these walls, but to be honest, this is for the next mission, or the next two missions, or the final mission, but we don't need those bonus units. Let's... back up, back up, back up. Okay, they're launching there. Send you guys there. You can deal with these guys. You guys are dealing with that. And because I can... So the Swarm Host is a unit that could spawn pretty much infinite units, as long as they are still alive. Obviously on a timer, but they cannot shoot up. So probably a good idea for me to have some sort of anti-air unit in the mix, but you guys, why don't you go join the Queen? So here's another base. Swarm hosts over here. You guys can go start annoying these people over here. Okay, so that's that. Grab all the units I can move.
And Matt, I will be right back.
Okay, I will try to keep the people entertained in this very auto-scroller heavy level. Yep, so we're just gonna make a bunch of these. Put more over there. Okay, this is where concern for air units start to come in. I should probably get those gas going. Uh, this is the last bio launcher. put more swarm hosts here. You guys can go, let's say... We'll put you guys over here. Infest one of them. Okay. And then we just need to wait for... Oh. Um... Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's just, yoink that. Yeah, that would have been really awkward if that would have got destroyed. But, hey. We're in the home stretch, people. 2 more missions. I completely forgot we were supposed to destroy everything. Yeah, this is what happens when you play one way. Or play... I wasn't planning on destroying this place, but... Luckily, it's the only place that needs this to happen. Okay, there we go.
All right, I am back. And as we approach near the end of this run, I'd like to remind you that we are raising money for charity during the Speedrunning Expo. We're raising money for To Write Love on Our Arms. I'll put the link in the chat here shortly. They are a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self injury, and suicide. All of the donations go directly through the Tiltify integration, so it never touches our hands, so you can be confident that your money is going directly to the charity.
Okay. So we are, like I mentioned, we are in the home stretch. I forgot to change out one of my abilities, so I need to go do that real quick. I may have loaded the wrong save. Uh, okay. Okay, now that we grabbed the right ability, we are going to... I would say there's, like, not a lot of time left. Roughly about 5 minutes, if that. So first things first, we're going to go over here and destroy this. After getting severely slowed. So that handles that. Now, we're going to take Kerrigan. And Kerrigan alone. You'll notice that I swapped out one of my abilities for the Kinetic Blast. And that is because we are going to be using the high damage of the Kinetic Blast for a few things. So I just eliminated that Science Vessel because I'm going to burrow here just so that I lose those units. I'm going to go over here, take that out. And I'm just going to tank this until I get my Kinetic Blast and fail. Okay. Reload that save. Maybe a little bit longer than 5 minutes. This is the level I practice the most too. Because it's a little bit on the more precise side. Burrow there, get rid of that. I forgot to heal a second time. Okay. So we'll take that out. Heal. Heal again. Kinetic Blast and Burrow. I was too far to the left. It is still quicker to do this way, even if I fail 5 times, 10 times. It is still quicker to do it this way than to actually do it the proper way.
Kind of like reverse long jump in Mario.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
After 10 times, okay, maybe it's a little bit quicker to do the level the right way. Burrow. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen when I burrow. Everyone's supposed to lose sight of me. So now I go bang, Q, E, burrow. And they lose sight of me. And I repeat this multiple times. Until the objective is destroyed. And one more. That is this mission. Now we are on the final mission. And we don't need to change absolutely anything about our kit. So their Gym Raider and their crew is going to start evacuating citizens while we do this. And we are going to attack Mr. Batty Boy directly. So I'm going to take Kerrigan alone again. Oh yeah, by the way, Gym Raider is here now. And he's going to be as useful as he has been in other missions.
Nobody cares about Jim.
Pretty much. Okay, I need to save up a little bit of energy here. Destroy that one. And if you didn't get the memo from last mission, I will repeat exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to Kinetic Blast and hide in the ground. Once Kinetic Blast reloads, I will Kinetic Blast and go back in the ground. But this time we have a giant Odin here. Giant mecha. But he isn't that useful. Because he sees me, comes towards me, but doesn't shoot. He just walks over. He goes, "Oh, okay," and runs back. So time's actually going to be coming up when we destroy this building. So it's going to need like 3 more shots. Okay, maybe needs 2 more, if not 1. There we go. Ta-da! And now the Odin is scared of me. Oh yeah, and that's time.
Now he has to fill another half an hour at a time somehow.
PGA has that handled.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
I
We should
think
probably ping him though.
yeah. I think it's going to be some time splitters by PGA since
Oh shoot. Hopefully he
since
got his shit working. He's been texting me this whole time about getting it running, so
hopefully. But we'll update you guys in a few moments. So we'll see what happens.